I know you're all wondering about the hand. Ask your moms. Some of them are into some pretty kinky shit. Some of your dads too, but they can watch. I don't care. What are you guys doing? I feel like you guys are the riffraff in town. How old are you, bud? Are you old enough to drink? No, not even in Montague? I don't even know. Do they even have laws here? As long as you're in a truck, they don't give a shit. It's, they don't even ask for your ID. They ask if you have an F-150. If not, you're a pussy. Get the fuck out of here. Your truck's not elevated? Socialist. This is a nice coffee shop, isn't it? Yeah. Nice books. They got a nice kids section back there. I've got a 1-year-old. I stuffed as much shit as I could fit in my bag, and I already had the boys start the car. I'm gonna do about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Having a kid's expensive. Anybody else have children in here? Yeah. Ooh, yeah, most of you don't even have the energy to clap. I get it. Yeah. I hate it when people are like, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Go fuck yourself. No, it's not. You love them, but it doesn't mean it's the best thing to ever happen to you. Not every day, at least. You don't get any sleep, and everybody tried to warn us when we first had the kid. They're like, you're not going to get a lot of sleep. And we were naive, so we're like, not every kid, you know. We'll be fine. And I'll just say this much, 11 months in, the more I understand how much sleep you don't get, the more I understand why some kids grow up without a father. Because, oh my God. Maybe those dads just needed a good night of sleep, you know what I'm saying? No? No deadbeat dads in here? I don't believe it. I grew up with a lot of kids who didn't have a proper upbringing. Is that a real fireplace or is it fake?
It's real. Hot. It's hot.
It doesn't mean it's... You didn't answer my question.
Airplane. It's just hot.
I mean, like, as I said, are those tits real or fake? They're big? That's not what I asked, but thanks. They didn't have any place like this when I was in high school. No. You remember too? When did you graduate? Did you graduate?
2007.
2007? Oh, so you're younger than I am.
I actually worked here as my first job.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
You work here? Or you did work here?
I worked here.
How long has this place been here?
Well, it was down the road since like 03, 04. Yeah.
No shit?
Yeah.
So it was here when I was in high school then. Why nobody fucking told me about this place? That's because I can't read. Michael already talked about it, yeah.
And it was like 2 doors down with a little hole in the wall.
Was it a different name?
No.
Really? I never came into town just because I was banned after
What year?
I had sex with the principal's wife. And after that, they asked me not to come across the bridge anymore. All right, we'll do a show just the two of us after this. But oh, she can come. She came for me. She won't later, but she did. No. What? I'm kidding. I've never not made a woman orgasm. Don't believe anything I say tonight. You'll learn later in life they fake it most of the time. So.
Who is your school psych?
Who was my school psych? I don't even think we had one.
It was my dad.
Was it? What's his name? What was his name?
Seems like you may have seen him.
No, I probably should though. No, I mean for a while there I was getting good grades and things were going well, and then shortly after things really hit the fan. But, I can't remember. That was a long time ago, and I've lost a lot of brain cells since then. So, but God bless your dad. I'm sure he's a great psych, and I'm sure he's got a big cock. I don't know. Would you sit by her, Mike? Don't go out and smoke. You don't need that cigarette. You're sober now. Come on, dude. You want to live a while? Okay. He's a piece of shit, that guy. You heard the act. Awful human. No, I'm happy to be back, man. I'm happy to be back in the area. I'm not that excited for Christmas, though. I'll be honest. Real early on, didn't have a lot of money, so I would ask for something very specific for Christmas, just like most kids would, right? But my parents had a lot of money, so they just get me something that they could afford, that they thought was similar, right? And then they'd hope I wouldn't notice. Like I remember when I was 9 or 10 years old, I asked for a super soaker that was at the top of my Christmas list. I got a fucking garden hose. That's what they gave me. Thanks, Mom. A garden hose has unlimited water supply, but you can't put a kink in a super soaker. And that wasn't even the worst part about my summers. We also had water balloon fights in my neighborhood. I don't know if water balloons were hard to find or expensive too, but instead of giving me water balloons, my dad just gave me a box of condoms he never got around to using, you know? So then I'm in the front yard yelling shit like, Trojan War! All the neighborhood kids were confused. They'd run up to me and say things like, your balloons smell like my big sister's room. And I'd be like, hey. At least she's safe. She was in college, but it was frustrating because no matter how hard or high I threw these water condoons, they wouldn't break, right? These water condoons were indestructible, so I'd get upset, I'd run home, I'd run inside crying, I'd be like, Daddy, these stupid water condoons won't break. You exist, that pretty much proves it, so. I think if you dip your Oreos in a White Russian, you're probably fat. And you're probably an alcoholic. But you're also a goddamn genius. Am I right? I wish I would have thought of that. That sounds delicious. I wish my wife would over-exaggerate the size of my penis like she does with the size of spiders she swore she saw around the house. I swear to God, it was like the size of my arm and it landed right on my face. Yeah, it did. I used to work with a 23-year-old girl. It wasn't just the two of us, it wasn't that weird, but she looked at me one day with a straight face, and she said that she thought the group One Direction was more influential than the Beatles. And even as an older white guy, I'm not that big of a Beatles fan, but I will say that if you share that opinion, you should walk across that busy intersection and only look one direction. Is that too much? Because I'm going to get into the cancer stuff in a second here. No, the hand is really, I've got lymphedema, you guys, so I've had some lymph nodes removed just because they had stuff in them. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called cancer. And now I've got lymphedema, so the fluid gets trapped in the arm just because it's so much blood is going to my penis that, yeah, you don't have to finish the joke for me, okay? But I do appreciate that you're helping me finish. That's great. But that's what happened. I wish it was cooler. So I've had a couple surgeries. They found it on my back originally, then they removed some lymph nodes because it made it lymph nodes. But I'm recovered from my last surgery. I'm taking chemo pills every morning now, which if you get a chance to do chemo recreationally, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's terrible. It sucks. But I talked to my oncologist before I got back on the road, started doing shows. I told her, I said I actually have a show at a coffee shop back where I grew up. And she said, that's great. I think it's good you're getting back on the road doing comedy. I think it'll be good for you mentally and physically. But she did say, just to let you know, the more those people don't laugh, the greater the chances of the cancer coming back. So, well, I'm just saying, I've got a burning sensation in my chest already, and I haven't been up here very long. So some of you need to pick it the fuck up, okay? My life is literally in your hands. No, I've got a scan Monday, actually. The last scan I had was clean, so I'm currently cancer-free, guys, which is pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's been weird, man. I will say, of all the white privilege, skin cancer wasn't the kind I wanted, but it's the kind I got. And when I first was diagnosed, I told people I had melanoma, and they're like, melanoma isn't like, of all the cancer, isn't it the kind you want? And I'm like, I don't think I want any of them. It's also not. It's one of the, you don't want any of them, but it's definitely not the one you want. It sucks, because it can spread everywhere, and sometimes you work up the courage to do comedy at a coffee shop where you grew up, and nobody gives a fuck. And, you know, Playboys aren't really a thing anymore. They don't even play with the shit you buy him. He's got 1,000 toys, he just plays with cords and the outlets all day. It's a danger seeker, yeah, I don't know, but he's already got a nicer wardrobe than me, which kind of pisses me off. So many clothes, so much shit in the first year of life, they won't even remember, let alone appreciate it. I feel like we could just dress the kid in trash bags the first year, and they wouldn't even know until they saw the pictures, you know? I do wish, though, I realized that I wish they sold adult clothes the same way they sold baby clothes, you know? Like, yeah, tell me exactly what shirt to wear with what pants. I'd like that. How convenient would that be? I don't know what looks cute with what. And sew them together. I don't give a shit. How awesome would that be? You know how many pairs of pants I've lost? And yeah, sell me 2 outfits on one hanger for $40. I'd love that. But what really bothers me, though, is anytime there's like text or a saying on a onesie or a kid's shirt or outfit, it's always very uplifting to the mom and very condescending to the dad. You know, it'll say stuff like, I'm cute, mommy's hot, daddy's lucky, you know, shit like that. Or it'll say, I'm adorable, mommy's sexy, daddy has male pattern baldness. I'm like, who the hell's even making these? Is Baby Gap responsible for this? I'm smart. Mommy went to college. Daddy has a learning disorder. Who the fuck is making these? Are you making these in the basement? Some things are easier. Everybody thinks it's more difficult when you have a child as far as life. But some things are easier. Like when I leave the grocery store now, it's a lot easier to find my car because I just listen for the sound of a baby crying. Don't judge me. I left a podcast on for him. I'm just glad he's here. Pregnancy was pretty tough for me. My wife handled it well. Bustler was always there, smoking within 3 feet of my pregnant wife, so that was kind of weird. But he turned out okay. I just remember we both had apps on our phone that would update us on the baby every week. First of all, I thought it was pretty cool the baby had Wi-Fi in there. I thought that was pretty sweet. But it would update us on the size of the baby, right? But it always compare it to like a fruit or vegetable for scale. It'd always say like, your baby's the size of a pineapple this week, or your baby's the size of a squash this week. And I'd always be like, why has it always got to be a fruit or vegetable? Like, thanks a lot, you tree-hugging, devil-worshipping vegan socialist. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when my baby is the size of a USDA choice Black Angus bone-in beef cowboy steak. That's what I want to know. And that's a real cut of beef. I know. I looked it up on the internet. I just Googled what would a patriot eat, and that's what came up. Imagine ordering that word for word at the steakhouse with a straight face. Yeah, I'd like a USDA choice Black Angus bone-in beef cowboy steak, and the server would say something like, you could have just said cowboy steak, and you'd be like, you could have just said you're a fucking communist. No, you guys want me to go back to the cancer stuff? These are just baby jokes, you guys. Are these your children here? No. God, you said it. You couldn't have been more relieved that they were your children. You guys just out for a night on the town, gonna go to the, what is it, Jimmy's now? No, it's not? Well, half of you shook your head. Is there like, is it the speakeasy now or something? You can't get in there and... Do you guys have beef with Jimmy's or something? What's going on? All right, it got really weird in here when I brought up Jimmy's. I don't know what. Is there like a roofie dealer in here or something right now? All right, we don't have to talk about it. I'm sorry. What's the pub in Whitehall called? Okay, one at a time. Jesus.
111.
111 it's called? What is, so it's 111?
It's called 111.
That's the address? That's stupid. How lazy, how drunk was the owner? Let's just name it. I can't even remember how to get there, so let's just name it the address. And let me guess who came up with the name Jimmy's Pub. Probably Jimmy. Let's try harder on these bar names in town, you guys. There's 2 of them, I think we can find them. This is a bar, though, technically. How do people get pretty shitty in here? I just feel like it's weird. That they're respectfully drunk. I said to my ex-stepdad, which is weird to say, but we'll just call you Larry. I said I just pictured some drunk guy like sobbing reading a romance novel at the bar. Doesn't pay for it, but just cries all over it. Is that what happens in here? It is? Now I notice it seems like, are you with these guys or are you by yourself? Well, she's by herself too. And I feel like, did you guys ever experiment in college? You're both good looking women. I don't know if you've ever heard of OnlyFans, but there's a market for it. I'll tell you that much right now. It's called notmygrandma.com. That's what it's called. I'm kidding. You guys aren't old enough to be grandmas. What are you guys, 30, 35?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, my marriage isn't going very well. No, it's going good. Things are funner when you're married, right? Like my wife and I have a lot more fun now that we're married. Not all the time, but in certain situations. Like if we go to a wedding now as a married couple, it's a lot more fun just because we play these games together. Like during the vows, we'll lean in and we'll say shit like, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Just because we know. It shouldn't be called the vows, they should be called the lies. Not all of them. I will say that quarantine was not on our vows. I'll say that much. The pandemic was pretty rough, usually in like June. But during the pandemic, I didn't put it away just because I didn't know whether or not I'd have to bury a body. I didn't. And if anybody's violent, it's going to be her. She's from Saginaw, so she's pretty scary. We still get along, the wife and I. I hope she doesn't leave me. I need my wife. My wife's very attractive too. I'll be honest. I probably married up. My wife is, I think, a 7 or an 8. My iPhone is a 6. So I did pretty good. But I need her. She's very sexy. I don't know if you guys have seen a woman like my wife, but she's got full coverage health insurance. Do you guys know what that is? Nothing makes me rock hard like a low copay. You know what I'm saying? She's fun. We still do this stuff together, which I think is important. Yeah, that's what we call it, stuff. I mean, we argue. Cool way to ask the girl at the front desk if they have a plunger. Go ahead, think of something. I thought of it all. You can never be like, yeah, I was counting all my cash in the bathroom because the money or the lighting's real good in there, and I accidentally dropped like 10 grand in the toilet. She knows you just took a big nasty shit in there. Not all hotels are as nice as you know, the good ones. I stayed in a hotel in Toledo once. The Wi-Fi was so slow, I ended up masturbating to that spinning circle that comes up when a video's loading. Oh yeah, spin it how I like it. I'm a moron. But I know I am, so that makes it okay. How late's this place open?
9.
Not tonight. I don't like that the windows are open and people can just stare at my perfect butt the whole time without paying. Township Tommy still live here?
Yeah, he died.
No, he didn't. Jesus Christ, you gotta tell me this shit.
Timmy.
It was?
Township Timmy.
So Township Tommy may still be alive
He
then.
probably is.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Just a kid we used to play basketball with down at the back. Is the township, the park still there?
Yeah.
Well, what happened to it?
Nobody ever goes there. It's awful.
Well, why did people just stop going to the park?
The internet.
The internet? Well, that didn't happen everywhere. Just don't say it like it's just a worldwide thing. I don't know. Let's go down there tonight. I'll play both you girls one-on-one. You can come too, bud. I'll cross your ass over. I got a textbook jumper. You play basketball, bud? You play an instrument? Hell yeah, dude. In high school, it's like that's like you feel like it's not good, but later in life, you're a lot better off playing an instrument than basketball. You know, nobody's getting pussy when they're 38 because they're like, I play basketball. Nobody gives a shit. Unless you do it professionally. Now, what instrument do you play?
Cello.
Yeah, you do.
Nice.
Just unzips his pants. Say hello to the cello. Good for you, bud. I should learn how to play an instrument. My dad played drums, but the not only did the apple fall far from the tree, but somebody threw it to the other side of the freeway. Don't know if I have the talent for drums. He actually bought me maracas for a birthday one time. I don't know if you guys are familiar with maracas, but as far as like the talent skill goes to play instruments, drums are pretty close to the top. Takes a lot of talent. Maracas are just above the bottom with like the cowbell and the tambourine and the triangle. Like I feel like my dad was just looking at me one day like, I don't know about the drums, but he can handle a salt shaker. So let's give him these fucking maracas. He also wrote my name in big letters on them, Adam Dougie, like some other white kid in Granville, Michigan was going to steal my maracas or get his maracas mixed up with my maracas. I think we're going to be okay, Dad. Then I came here in 5th grade and realized that all I needed was a big old hug in my pants. No? Nobody else here? You're with 2 girls, sir. You don't got a big hog in there? Don't be shy, bud. You drive a truck, don't you? I can tell. Probably got truck nuts too, don't you? Are you going to answer any of these questions? Or just... Dude, you got to get better at arguing. I tell you, you're going to lose every argument with this girl if you don't say anything. You got to say something. Just. Yeah, I know. Trust me, been there. Here's an example of how my marriage works. I've had a lot of day jobs since I started comedy because of my success. A lot of a golf course on the grounds crew, and some nights I'd come home, my pants would just be covered in dirt and grass and shit, and I'd be so dirty I would get to the door, and my wife would come to the door, and she would stop me, and she'd say, take off your pants. And I'd be like, are you drunk again? It's like 5:30 at night, and the neighbors probably thought, like, these people fuck hard. But that was never it. She'd just say, no, you moron, I just swept and vacuumed in here, I cleaned up, you're full of dirt and shit, like, I seriously want you to take your pants off on the porch, come inside. So I would take my pants off, come inside with like a shirt and my boots in my hand and boxers. And the only reason I tell you guys that is just because if you're wondering who wears the pants in my marriage, there was a large amount of time I figured by my mid-30s I'd be able to, you know, have some inside pants, but no, porch pants. That's where I never thought I'd get out of the shower and look in the mirror and just start crying. I did that this morning. Get back in the shower, try to wash the failure off. Not possible. You start doing shit you said you'd never do, too. Maybe you stop doing stuff you said you never stop doing, right? You start believing in things you said you never believe in. You stop believing in shit you said you never stop believing in. But mostly you just start doing shit you didn't think you'd ever do. Like, especially once you've had some experience, you've been around, seen some shit, you know, you really change your mind about stuff, right? Like, for example, you guys know what I think I'm going to start doing? Snitching. You ever think about that? Yeah. I'm going to start telling on people. I don't really give a shit. I'm sick of biting my tongue. They say snitches get stitches. Sometimes they get cash rewards. You ever think about that? Yeah. They say snitches get stitches. Not if you do it anonymously. Have you ever thought of that? Yeah. It's called witness protection, you guys. Keep living by street code. I'll stack my paper. Not even real crimes, though. Like, just shit that bothers me. Like, if I see a family, if I just spent $89 on a soda and popcorn at the movie theater, and then I see some family that snuck their own snacks in, I don't think so. I'm gonna be like, hey, this motherfucker's got Doritos! They don't sell those here, look at his fingers. Maybe some real crimes though. Like if I see an older white guy get out of an elevated pickup truck at the gas station, he's got a dirty tank top on, and he walks up to the counter of the gas station, and he buys roses from the counter of that gas station. I call the cops and I say, I'm pretty sure there's a guy down here who beats his wife. Now listen, I know that's awful, but obviously he feels bad about it, and it's very accurate. Don't act like that's not the same guy who loses his shit on his old lady because he found a bottle of Coca-Cola in the fridge with another guy's name on it. Don't act like it's the same guy. God damn it, Susan, who the hell is Steve? It's just an ad campaign. Calm down. Sorry I didn't get around to putting the name Cletus on the side of a bottle yet. I think I split the audience on that one. I gotta get you guys back. Let's get everybody on the same page. Let's talk about guns. I think next election there should be a proposal, hear me out, that says anybody can own a gun as long as you can show proof of your father's love. I didn't expect that joke to go well here, and you know it's because a lot of people grow up without the love of their father. I'm just saying, like, just maybe footage of him coming to a game or something, or hugging you, or not saying stuff like colorings for girls. I don't know. I feel like that'd cut down a lot of the violence. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What do you think, Greg? He's the camera guy. He doesn't give a shit. We're related, though, so he's obviously got a hog in his pants. So, maybe he does have a gun. You going out to smoke again? Jesus Christ.
They have an ashtray. Nobody supports smoking anymore.
Yeah, well, we're in Montague, bud.
Go down to Jimmy's.
Go down to Jimmy's. Something weird happened at Jimmy's, I guess. Shouldn't have brought it up earlier. I don't know if anybody told you guys, but I'm actually trying to break the record for longest set of comedy tonight. So we're at 40 minutes, which means I only have 4.5 hours left. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. It's at some point I'm probably going to take my pants off and play this piano, but I'm a football fan. Unfortunately, I'm a Lions fan, so there hasn't been much to root for, but I still like the Super Bowl. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl last year? Do you do? Jesus. You guys know what the Super Bowl is? You guys watched it. You remember when 50 Cent came out? Everybody lost their mind because he didn't look exactly like he did 20 years ago. Like, oh my God, 50 Cent got kind of fat. Like, what's the weight capacity of that thing he's hanging from, you know? Like, we all forgot how aging works. Does anybody look exactly like they did 20 years ago? Also, do you remember? So that's where we're at. No, I'm pretty excited to ruin the kid. You guys ever see that Tom Hanks movie? Don't be stupid. You know the one, he's a little kid. goes to the carnival or the fair, whatever, makes a wish on a machine, wakes up the next day as an adult on a deserted island.
Big! What?
But the only way he can get off the island is if he figures out the Da Vinci Code, but the only way he can figure out the Da Vinci Code is if he saves Private Ryan, right? So he saves Private Ryan, figures out the Da Vinci Code, gets off the island on a shrimp boat, sails all the way over to Seattle where he can't sleep very well, ends up buying a house at some money pit, spends a bunch of money, lives in the burbs next to some other guy in the burbs who he thinks is killing everybody else in the burbs. And then he's playing a bunch of ping pong, then his wife dies, then he crashed in Apollo 13, then he's coaching an all-female baseball team, and then he's sitting on a park bench waiting for a bus to come, gets out his laptop computer and hears, "You've got mail!" And it's an email from Denzel Washington saying, "I'll be your lawyer," even though he has 8. I think there's on that one. Thank you. Yeah, that's, the name of that movie's Turner and Hooch, you guys. Kind of a sad ending, the dog gets AIDS. Have you guys ever saw that Patrick Swayze movie? You know the one. He's never a kid, he's an adult the whole time, but he can't really afford to buy clay to make pottery with his beautiful wife Demi Moore anymore while they listen to romantic music. So in order to make some extra money, he robs a bank wearing a Ronald Reagan president Halloween mask with Keanu Reeves, and to get away from the cops, he gets on a surfboard, he surfs all the way over to a roadhouse, goes inside and beats the shit out of everybody because they try to put baby in a corner, right? And he's dancing dirty for a while, he gets stabbed in the stomach or something, and he yells, "Wolverines!" He goes to the afterlife, and all I can do is kick hands with a homeless guy and talk to Whoopi Goldberg. Have you guys ever saw that one? That's Turner and Hooch too, that's a sequel, yeah. Dog's not in it. Have you guys ever saw that Nicolas Cage movie? Come on, you guys, ever see that Nick Cage movie? Don't! The movie's gonna suck shit. Are you upset? Big Nick Cage fan? I don't know, I've let myself go, guys. And I know, not just because mirrors, but I've noticed that the less active I am, the more I just want to wear active wear. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball shirts or basketball shorts? Sure. I could wear those all day. Basketball? Probably not. Sweatpants, of course, 24/7. I wish I could wear sweatpants every day. Sweating? Not unless we're gonna have sex, Nicole. It's my life. Sports bra, I'm wearing one right now. Sports, not since high school. Don't whisper. Do you guys know Nicole? Does she have a last name? Yeah, her name's Nicole, none of your fucking business. I'm kidding. Her last name is my last name, and it is Degi, which is Hungarian for big penis, lots of talent. You like that one, you got a nice mustache. What's that thing feel like when you sit on his face? Oh, we didn't think we'd go here now at the end of the show? Enjoy yourselves. They're letting we usually close at 9, we're open till 4 tonight, we don't give a shit. This guy's got big steel truck nuts on the back of his pickup truck to compensate for having a small penis, and that's fine! I'm kidding, bud. It's medium, probably. I think I'm comfortable with the size of mine. What do you think, buddy? You comfortable with the size of my penis? No, he says. I wouldn't be either. It looks kind of like one of these railings. It's got the curve in it, too, just in case she wants to fuck around a corner. That's how we do it. Oh, is that the corner thing was too much for you people? That's where they took the cancer out, actually. I said my back earlier, but yeah, I was doing a lot of. I had to cut it right off the side of that thing. It's too much for you, sir? You guys got a hot tub?
No.
Are you just saying that because I asked? You don't have one? All right, you guys are poor. You could have just said that. Can anybody in this shit town afford a hot tub? I'm kidding. I'm from here, for Christ's sake. Are you going out to smoke again?
No, I'm taking pictures of my own merch.
Oh, Jesus. Somebody please buy his merch. I mean, I picked him up at the bus stop. He wasn't even waiting for the bus. He was just sleeping on the bench. He rolled another guy off the bench to sleep on it, which I thought was pretty shitty because the guy was his dad. They're for us, just the two of us. Sorry, I brought cancer up again, you guys. Seriously, go to the dermatologist and wear sunblock. Really, I know all of you, except for I think maybe a couple people are very white. So, do you wear sunblock, ma'am?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Probably just jump in a big tub of it. What about you, truck nuts? You lather those things out? Get those things in some cocoa butter before you leave the house? Back to my penis. What I was saying is, I think I'm comfortable with the size of it. I will say sometimes I'm kind of insecure about the fact that I can't really make anybody gag unless I'm super aggressive, you know? Which is exactly why I just been dipping it in vinegar lately. I don't even got to put it in my wife's mouth. I just get it close to her nose. Did you pick your dick? You're goddamn right I did. It's kosher. Put it in your mouth. Next time, let's do this show in the kids' book section in the corner. There's puppet. What is that supposed to mean? What kind of shit you guys doing? I know. She said there is puppet. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Does he put a puppet on his dick? Is that what he does? Is it a puppet, but it's just it's something that looks like his face? He just puts it on the end of his dick. Kind of looks like the Quaker Oats guy, which is kind of weird, but or the Monopoly, but kind of like a mix between the Quaker Oats guy and the Monopoly guy, and somebody who sold cocaine in the '80s, probably. Did I nail it? Anyway, I gotta get out of here. You guys have been a lot of fun. Let's hear it for your other comics, Michael Bustler and Carl Sobel again. Let's hear it for the lovely lady down here by herself with a wine who's invited me back to her place tonight, which is very nice of her. And how about the Book Nook Java Shop, right? And Java Shop, that's what it's called. Got a nice coffee mug full of cocaine on the picture there, that's nice. Come down to the Java Shop and just snort a bunch of blow off the piano, we don't give a shit. What's the slogan here? We're not Jimmy's, that's what the slogan is. Come down to the goddamn Java Shop because we're not Jimmy's. Fuck Jimmy, that's what I say. You're not old enough to know yet, but he's a piece of shit, that Jimmy. Jimmy's not in here, is he? I feel like Jimmy wanders down the street. I'm gonna check out that fucking gay coffee shop tonight. See what they're doing down there with their books and their stupid coffee mugs. And are you Jimmy, sir? Have you been Jimmy this whole time? It looks like a mustache that Jimmy would have. What's your name? Stupid name. Should have said it was Jimmy. Valerie, you asked me to do this, didn't you?
Unfortunately.
Oh, come on! I said, the cancer's coming back! It's coming back, Valerie! I can feel it in the side of my dick! Somebody's gonna have to suck it out of me now! I'm kidding, that's too much. That was over the top. That was too much. That would be a joke you'd do at Jimmy's bar. That would be that's a Jimmy's bar joke, but it's not a Book Nook and Java Shop joke. So I've had about as much fun as I figured I'd have tonight, and you guys were what I expected. I haven't fucked with you two yet. You guys look I think you could use a third in the bedroom. What are you guys doing later? I'm nothing. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. You guys have a hot tub? Yeah, you do. Fuck yeah, you do. That's Jimmy right there. That's who it is. You've been undercover bossing us the whole goddamn time. You're Jimmy with your fucking hot tub. I'm coming over. Just so you know, I'm the guy who wears the shirt. That's it though, it's a 4X, goes down mid-shin, and I'm going to try to put it in the jet, I'll be honest. It's not going to fit at first, but I'm going to force it in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck I'm talking about, Jimmy. This whole time you've been holding on to us, you've had a hot tub, this whole time. What temp do you keep it at? 104, Jesus Christ. What is that, the Nazi temp? Holy shit. A little too hot, bud. You can't be in there for more than 5 minutes. Oh, that makes total sense. In the middle of sex, like, I better finish. We gotta get out of here. It's too hot. This isn't healthy for us. Well, you guys, my name's Troy Love. Look me up on the internet. Somebody say, that's my old basketball coach. Don't say wow. Is he alive? Well, then why'd everybody get weird about it? Jesus. Does he own Jimmy's bar now? Is that what happened? That's my old basketball coach. She didn't let me play enough. Piece of shit. So let's get out of here. One more time. Let's hear it for your baristas. Is that what they call them? Yeah. Tip them well. Please tip them. I'll leave you guys with this. I'm almost 40, which is pretty gross. And your hangovers get a lot worse the older you get, don't they? It's gotten to the point, like, I'm already terrified. What do you guys do? If you're 40 or older, do you just get a ride to the hospital as soon as you have a buzz? How does it work? Because it's already gotten to the point, like, the day after a long night of drinking, I feel like I can actually hear my body parts arguing over who gets to give up first, you know? It's almost like overhearing the staff of a really shitty restaurant arguing over who gets to go home or get cut from work first. And my intestines are like, this is bullshit, what I have to do for work. I hate my job. This is gross. I don't want to do this anymore. And my bowel's like, whatever. I've been putting up with this shit the longest. Literally. And my kidneys are like, all I do is clean up pee all day. This is disgusting. I don't want to do this. I hate my job. My liver's like, no, I'm pretty sure I have the worst job. I work first, third, and second shift every day. I don't ever get a day off or a break. I'm working overtime like a Polish immigrant because you're an alcoholic. And then my penis is like, I need more hours. I just want to work a lot more. I work really early in the morning too. Any shift, a lot of times I'm just wide awake up in the morning anyway, so that makes perfect sense. And then my appendix is like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. I don't even have a job. I just keep showing up. And then my hairline says, fuck all you guys that got fired 8 years ago. That's it, you guys. Have a good night. My name is Adam Deggy. I've got a download card for my album on the internet.